Hey, good afternoon, Vinay. This is Braden from Pacific Toyota here in Cairns. Hey, mate, thank you again for your inquiry on our 2020 Hyundai Kona, the one sitting here in front of me with only about 48,000 kilometres on there. Absolute bargain, mate, as it sits right now. Just sent everything off for the freight quotes, so just waiting for those guys to get back to me. As soon as I get some the total pricings for you, I'll be able to send all that through as well. Mate, obviously, being down south, so a bit of an idea who we are. So Pacific Toyota, so here in Cairns, so we're lucky enough to be the biggest pre-owned yard for Toyota in all of Queensland. We're number 2 currently in Australia as well for all of Toyota. As you can see, obviously our Toyota Lexus showrooms are all up the top there, and service driveways down the bottom, and literally jam-packed here at the moment as well. So I'm currently standing at 235 Mulgrave Road. We've got another yard up at 77 Mulgrave Road as well. So it means we get some absolutely awesome cars just like this Kona. So the whole idea of this video, mate, I just want to take you through the whole car in a bit more detail, show you sort of any sort of blemishes I can find as well, and give you a much better look through it. So tiny little, starting from the very top, just a tiny little stone chip right at the very top, probably about the size of the tip of your pen. No chips or cracks or anything like that through the windscreen, and very tidy through the actual bonnet itself. Looking very clean through there. And same thing down the side here. That's just little bits of dust that's coming off with my finger. Just some tiny little ones just there as well. And same thing just there. Looks like that's already been touched up. Now, mate, if those sort of stone chips, that kind of thing is a concern for you, just let us know. And I'm sure we can potentially always take a look at getting them touched up or something like that to help out as well. So very tidy as we come across the actual grill and everything as well. Looking very clean. And same thing down there, just a little faint little hairline mark along the front bumper there. A bit of polish white, clean that up. That's always something we can take a look at. I did kick these wheels out because I wanted you to be able to see those treads as well. You can see on the inside there too. And again, very tidy, very clean on those wheels, on those alloys. And just a tiny little chip in the little plastic right down the very, very front there. Just those common ones that you always get on the front bars. But super tidy through the rest of the car. Now, obviously, all our cars, we guarantee no write-offs, no flood damage, no hail damage or anything like that. Again, absolutely stacks of tread left through there. Pretty much brand new tyres on those guys. And a very tidy alloy as well. A little tiny bit of dust there. In fact, that's just a little bit of dirt that came right off. Through the inside here, just a little tiny little, I think a bit of polish might clean that one out. So we obviously get them re-detailed before we send it down to you as well. Very tidy through the actual door card. Little faint little sort of marks just on the door card. I'd say someone's shoe kind of thing has caught the trimmers. They've jumped out through the, obviously the inside there, the door jambs and that. Through your builder compliance plates there too, but pretty tidy through there. Obviously across the dash and everything as well. See that passenger seat and driver's seat, and through the back there too. Tiny little mark at the top there, very faint though. Like I said, just going to try and be as picky as I possibly can for you. So all your service history, everything's manuals, the whole logbooks, everything's all on the inside there as well. So first service 2022 at 15,000 Ks, next one 2023 at 48. So not due again until, according to the sticker there, about 58,000 Ks or April next year. So those ones are in there. Put those away for you. Just give you a good look across that roof there as well. Looking very tidy up there. Down obviously the passenger side here too. Same thing. Just a little bit of polish there. Child locks on both the rear doors. Again, a couple of tiny little sort of marks on the actual door card itself. Very faint though. But pretty good through the inside here. Flooring obviously back there as well. So you've got a 60-40 split with these guys. So this is the 60% on your passenger side. So that obviously comes down, lays just about flat with the back. You've got 1, 2 and 3 child anchor points on those guys. So that side's going to fold down as well. That's the 40% over there on the driver's side. But pretty much gives you that flat platform all the way through to the back. I'll leave that down just so you can see yourself. just give you a quick look down the rest of that passenger side. Fuel inlet's obviously this side here too. This thing's bloody clean though. That's it. Little tiny little mark just on that wheel. But again, stacks of tread left through there as well. A couple of tiny little sort of stone chip or luggage marks on the rear bar, but the actual boot itself is looking very tidy as well. Same thing up on the roof. And on the inside, just tiny little marks, a little bit of wear on the inside of the boot. Like most of them do, obviously you put stuff in there, they just do rub against that plastic a little bit. Tight end points, 4 tight end points all through the back here as well. And same thing, bit of storage, and then spare tyre as well. So brand new tyre there as well. Got your jack tools, the whole works. A bit of storage around the outside. And like I said, once those seats are down, you get actually a pretty huge boot once that's all in there. And like I said, 3 child anchor points right across the back. Just down the driver's side here. Looking very, very tidy again. Again, child locks, obviously on the both rear doors, electric windows on the back as well. And not too bad through this side as well. Looking tiny little mark just on the back of that headrest. And finally, just the driver's side door here too. Looking very tidy down through here. Tiny little mark just there. So just the one key with this one, so obviously central locking, so that works perfectly as well. If we do get lucky, sometimes we do get lucky and the previous owners might hand in a spare key later on. If they do, I'll be able to post that down to you, so that's no dramas at all as well. So through the driver's side door, master controls all over here, so window controls, central locking, and your mirror adjustments just there for you. Bonnet release is just down the bottom there too, so I'll pop that because I'll show you under that before we finish up. Little tiny little marks just in the plastic there, just from some people obviously catching their shoes, jumping in and out. Nothing too bad though. Height adjustment here, so short people like me can sit there and crank that right up, get a bit better vision over the bonnet. Got the adjustment for the backrest, and then the rail just underneath there to slide that back and forward. Traction control, lane departure, obviously your dimming for the displays, and the ability obviously to change the pitch of the headlights there as well. So we'll start this one up for you. Okay, so only 48,342 kilometres as it sits right now, so like I said, not due for another service until 58,000 or April next year. That's just flashing at me, telling me that the bonnet is open currently. Up on the steering wheel itself, so the right hand side, all the buttons, everything like that, nice and easy to use while you're driving. So you got a little pages button there, cruise control options, and then OKs, and your little scroll buttons there as well. So all the pages ones and that go through different menus down the bottom here, so all your personalisation stuff, all the sounds, convenience. We can jump right through to obviously the digital speedo, average fuels, everything like that as well. And of course obviously lane departure of the system, stuff like that as well. So all personalised and controllable from up here. Automatic headlights on the right hand side, you've got automatic headlights option for those guys. And of course all your wipers all on the left hand side there too. So radio controls, jump between AM, FM, Bluetooth, all that kind of thing from up here. Volume controls, channel controls, and of course answer and hang up the phones from there too, so nice and easy. Over on here we've got obviously the main display. Chuck it in reverse, got a little camera tucked at the back there. There's little sensors at the back of picking up the cars behind us. Closer we get, faster they'll be. As we turn that steering wheel as well, so it's predictive as well, so it's going to show us the direction of travel, exactly where we do end up. So nice and easy, just like that. Other than that, obviously massive big touchscreen display up here too, so Apple CarPlay, Android Auto all supported from this one as well. We can jump straight into the radio side of things, all your personalisation settings, all the settings, the whole works as well. So all big touchscreen buttons, nice and easy to use. And of course you've got the little control ones down the left and the right hand side there as well. Aircon hazard lights, aircon fan speed, where you want them coming out of, and of course the temperature on the left. Little indication there to let you know if anybody in the back takes off their seatbelts or anything like that. USB charge point, and of course the one for your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and AUX are all through the middle there too, so nice and easy. Little drive mode button, so as we push that we've got a sports mode, eco and comfort. Otherwise, nice straight shifter, and the ability to obviously go up and down the gears as well, so you've got a manual control there. So we've got second gear, first gear, all control from the gear stick, so if you're overtaking people or anything like that, you can do so from down here, nice and easy. And of course we've got the lane, basically like cruise control for coming down hills, stuff like that. So a real handy one there. Real handbrake, cup holders through the middle, plenty of storage through there. What have we got? Adjustable seat belts, drop down handles, every side except the driver's side. Obviously the mirrors, lights, all through there too. Flick those off for you. And a little sunny holder at the top, and controls for the back for the lights and all that kind of stuff as well. So real nice and easy, but a beautiful setup, an incredibly well looked after vehicle. I will leave that running for just 2 seconds because I do want to show you under the bonnet before we finish up. Basically also the motor, fluids off through there. Incredibly quiet. Just the battery engine there as well. I think struggled to actually find one this tidy, to be honest with you. So mate, thank you again for your inquiry, and can't wait to hear your thoughts soon.